What's going on, guys? Reaper here. So today I am going to walk a part of our property line. This is something I should have done a long time ago. I think I've only walked the entire property line once in the entire 10 years we've lived here. I need to do some marking and just kind of figure out exactly how and where it runs, because here in the very near future, probably this summer, I'll be coming out here, Father Time and all that, and we're going to start getting a new fence line up around the whole property. So I need to figure out the path and where it all kind of connects and goes, because the property line on this side of the property is really odd. It kind of comes across from that road back there and angles up in one direction and then hits a corner and then goes the other direction and then hits another corner and supposedly goes straight. So yeah, we're gonna find out exactly where that fence line is, but we've got some guys logging on the back side of the property, and I think they've kind of walked part of their side and marked things out, but I need to come up on this side of things and just figure out where the hell it all is. So yeah, this fence line probably hasn't been touched or taken care of in 30-ish years, I'd say. This whole property that we own now was logged at one time, and I'd have to say that that's probably the last time anything was done, if anything then was done to the actual fence line, especially on this side, when my best friend Fat Tony and his family lived on this property. They did some fencing on up there around the house and whatnot. So, but you can definitely tell that as old as those fence posts are, that it hasn't been touched in many years. I'm pretty sure that barbed wire is probably every bit of 50 plus years old. That kind of tells you how long it's been since any of it's been touched. So this is kind of the weird corner here. So it comes off here and starts running back up through that direction there. Because that, I am pretty sure, is the neighbor's property. They have a little road cut into about that area. The actual road, which I don't know if you can see it or not, is right through there, because right in that area you can just barely see the shine off of the bumper of the truck. Now, one thing's absolute: when walking out in woods like this, especially this time of year, never, and I mean never, be without your tools. Because, to be perfectly honest with you guys, between black bear, which is pretty uncommon to see out here, but mountain lions, black panthers, rattlesnakes, cottonmouths, copperheads, and of course, you know, the very rare occasional potential or possible trespasser. So, you know, in a way, it is a little bit like the wild, wild south. And you definitely got to worry about the squirrels out here, man. They're mean, like really mean. Had to fight off a whole army of squirrels about a month ago. 95 of the little bastards. Can you believe that? That's crazy. You know what's really crazy? Bought this knife a couple years ago. Thanks to Fat Tony convincing me I needed to buy it, because apparently this style of knife is so me. But I've never used it. This is the first time I've carried it. So I guess might as well go ahead and christen the dang thing. Oh yeah, that's sweet. Oh, that's awesome. That's not a noth. Now that's a noth. Okay, honestly, guys, I can't do an Australian accent to save my life. I've tried over the years. It just doesn't happen. I'm terrible at it. Irish accent? That's a different story. You know, to be honest, this is probably the best part of the whole damn fence that I've walked so far. So, two downsides to me being out here. One, I'm gonna be covered in ticks. Two, there's a megaton of poison ivy that I'm fairly certain I've walked through, so I'm gonna have to strip down and scrub myself with bleach, possibly gasoline and matches. So yeah, that's one cool thing. This is curious. Fence line ends. So the question is, where does it go or connect from here? So the best thing I think I can do is look for the rest of it. Oh, wait a second. Here we go. Hold on. Okay, so it's split from there. Here's a piece of it. So there's another small piece of it, but where does it continue from there is the real question. Oh, here we go. There's some more. Okay. Interesting. The one telltale, as you're going to be able to see here, is probably these big freaking pines. And then, on our side, you'll see stuff like that where it's been logged and there's a bunch of shrub crap that's been left over all the years. So, I think I'm on the right track. Okay, hell yeah. Fence posts, fence post, wire, going straight up through there. Awesome. Well, that's an older can. I'd say, what, 80s, 90s, since it's got a UPC code, but definitely an older style beer can. That's wild. And check this out. A little bird nest. You know, I'll be honest. The fact that it's taken me essentially 10 years to get my ass out here and do all this is nuts. But never fails when you go ahead and do something like this and walk parts of your property that you have never been on before, because I don't think I've actually been on this line, or at least not in 9 or so years. You're always going to come across very interesting things. So if you haven't done that and you have some property and you need to walk the property line, get out there and do that, because, you know, honestly, this should have been done a long time ago. You know, I could be wrong, but this almost looks like an old Sobe bottle. You guys remember Sobe back in the day when they still came in glass? It's kind of what that looks like, but normally I thought Sobe bottles had a logo on it, so it may not be, but that's what it reminded me of. I know, kind of an odd thing, but anyway, I think I kind of have a good idea of where I'm at now. So you may not be able to see this on the camera, but this starts to slope way down. Starts going downhill. You can see a fence post there. They're getting more regular, and the fencing's a lot newer here. So if I'm correct, down through that bottom and then back up the other side would bring me out to pretty much where the range is, which means the house is over in that area, and the fact that I'm seeing all these cedars right in here tells me that the base where the bunkers are probably straight out that direction, closer to the road and the creek bed. So I have a really good idea of where I'm at, so I'll probably go down to where you kind of see right in here where it's getting a little dark. I'll go right about to that edge and go ahead and turn around, get back to the truck, and then probably a whole other day come back around from the house and come back this way and connect. So I don't know if you guys can really see it, coming right up through here and going that way. Deer trail. There's probably several of them, but this is one area where they cut through and cross into the property is right here, which I knew was pretty close to that. And I think there's another one on the other side, and another one further down where they cross up. Yeah, see, there's the other one coming right up the hill. All right, so here's the one creek bed that cuts right through the middle of the property. So this is probably, I'll consider my halfway point, and actually, this is where it's interesting. Right up in there, I don't know if you guys can see it, let's zoom in. Okay, so that's where the loggers have come in and marked the property line. So they've gone all the way up. So that's awesome. So I found out where they stopped and basically came to that point. So awesome deal, man. Probably put one more marker out and then head back up that way. And the other thing I forgot to mention until I got down in this hollow here is we also have wild boar, which normally I haven't seen any out here, but I've seen a lot of signs of them, and because I just don't come to this part of the property that often, they like to rut up down in this area in here. So that's another good solid reason to make sure you have your tools with you. Seriously guys, it's crazy. The few times I have come down in here and walked this creek bed, I find a lot of stuff like this, but that's one of them super old glass bottles, man. Catch a winner. I thought I was a winner. Alright, I'm back in the truck. I think I also swallowed a bug on the way out, but anyway, I'm gonna head back up to the house, strip down, and scrub myself clean of, well, any potential poison ivy residue, and of course check myself for the 14 billion ticks that I know I've got to have. I've already found one on me while I was out there, and yeah, I don't do that either. Those things suck, man. But anyway guys, yeah. Oh yeah, and just so you know, I did keep the bird nest. It wasn't being, inhabited, and quite obviously probably would have got destroyed if I just left it out there. So I'll bring it back for decoration or something. But yeah, on that note guys, I hope you enjoyed walking the property line with me and checking out a few neat things that I found along the way and all that jive and yeah. Well, next time around I guess we'll start working on the fence, so that'll be fun. But as always guys, stay frosty, ride or die. Reaper out.